What is going on, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life, back with another Division 2 build video. It's going to be a different type of build video because this is going to be strictly for the brand new players coming to the game, because I wanted to showcase what you can do just through the first 10 levels of the seasonal track, the kind of build that you can make. This is also going to be an update on my PC character. Last week obviously I was at level 1. You can see I'm now at level 180. I did take a couple of days off from playing my PC character, so technically I could be around the 240, 250 range. I'm just gonna go ahead and get strictly into the build video real fast, and then I'll go over some of the stuff that I've accomplished in the past week with my PC character. Now, every single piece you see on here I've got by the time I got to level 10 of the seasonal track. And these two guns, technically these two guns, because of FAMAS you had to get lucky to get, but these two guns and the striker pieces came from the seasonal track, and I'll just go ahead and show you that real fast. Now, from the first level you get the legacy season cash, then you get striker backpack, striker mask, knee pads, the knee give, striker holster, gloves, and another legacy season cash, striker vest, Devil's Due backpack, which is a Name Sessica backpack that has perfect clutch, and then you get the glory days. Now, if you don't get a decent AR or get lucky like I did with the FAMAS, because I actually got the FAMAS out of one of those legacy caches that you see here. But if you don't get one of those, glory days will definitely do the job for you, because it's a decent gun. The Negev, which came off of the track, came with 12.3 LMG damage, 10% damage to top target out of cover, 9% headshot damage with Optimus. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine, which is pretty decent with a 100 mag. And then the FAMAS is a burnout. I got this from the cache, like I said. 15% assault rifle damage, 21% health damage, 9% damage to target out of cover, with perfectly on empty. Reloading from empty grants plus 40% weapon handling for 10 seconds. So I got pretty lucky with this one. This is how it came rolled, so that's nice. Then my striker pieces, I went ahead and did a 3-piece striker, which a 2-piece gives you plus 15% weapon handling, and the 3-piece plus 15% rate of fire, which you can see it takes my Negev up to 978 RPM and my FAMAS up to 1035 RPM. I didn't go with the 4-piece that gives you the Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits amplified total weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking up to 50 times. 1 stack is lost each second, 2 stacks are lost every time you miss. Now, to buff that, because right now it would give you an extra 25% damage if it was up at all times. To buff that, you would need the chest piece and the backpack, but I just rather have the 2 talents for the chest piece and the backpack, because it's gonna basically guarantee me to have this extra weapon damage rather than possibly losing it by missing shots with the 4-piece striker. So the holster, 13.4 weapon damage, 11.6 crit damage, knee pads, 170 armor, 8.2 headshot damage. Then I have some Sessica gloves, 11.9 weapon damage, 10.6 crit damage, 8.9 status effects. Obviously I want to roll the status effects off, but in the beginning I really wasn't worried about rolling a whole lot. On the chest piece, I have 14.3 weapon damage, 8.8 hazard protection, 5.1 crit chance, and a 4.8 crit chance mod, with the talent Spark at damaging enemies with a skill grants total weapon damage about 15% for 15 seconds. Then I have a Walker and Harris backpack. Brand set bonus gives us plus 5% weapon damage. Rolled with max weapon damage, 5.5 weapon handling, 10% hazard protection with a 4.8% crit chance mod. Talent Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. So you can get a possible plus 25% weapon damage from this talent alone. And yes, the rolls are not very good on it, but I don't have much in my library for my backpack. So that's what I have. Now my skills, I have the shield just to have a little more survivability, which does pretty decent when you're playing normal and hard. No mods on it because I don't really have a lot of mods right now. Same with the striker drone. This is strictly just a proc spark. And go ahead and show the stats for the guns. 40.7% crit chance. For the Negev, 52.2 crit damage, 91.2 headshot damage. For the FAMAS, we're sitting at 45.7 crit chance, 47.2 crit damage, 72.2 headshot damage, and 21% health damage. So like I said, the majority of this came from the track, the Seska, the Fenris, which I don't know if I said the one piece brand set bonus gives us plus 10% assault rifle damage. These basically just dropped for me as I was farming through the 10 levels. So once I got to the 10th level, I just looked at all the gear I had and put the best that I had with the striker set. This is what I came up with. So hopefully you get some decent pieces to drop for you. Hopefully some better pieces and, you know, better roll pieces. Which I guess I got pretty lucky with the max weapon damage roll here on this Walker and Harris piece. So yeah, that is my build video for completely new players. Just using what you get off the seasonal track out of the legacy caches. And you can get some pretty decent stuff out of the legacy cache. Like I got some dark winners, you can get the burnout, like you see here, and you know, some other name items. So now the update on my PC character. Obviously we know I'm at shade level 180. And what I did, I used this build here to get everything that I have. Like every build that I have, I got from using this build. And you can see the build that I have now, I changed my Seska to this piece because I got pretty lucky with this. Once I got to level 10, and keep in mind, this was during the global event. So once I got to level 8, I used those 8 stars to purchase a named item cache, and this came out of the named item cache. So I got pretty lucky with these contractor gloves. So this is what is on this build now. But all of these other builds came from farming with this build. So you can see I have the skill damage, my first skill damage, which I actually did end up getting this skill damage build now. And you guys know this is a beast mode build. So I'm really gonna start farming for some decent stuff. May even go up to heroic with this build because we all know that this definitely shreds NPCs. But this is the main build here, that this Eclipse build I put together that I use for doing the resource convoys now. So I definitely recommend trying to farm for the Eclipse. And all you do is all I did to get these pieces was just find where the area was, which I do believe it's in New York today. Yeah, I would just go to wherever the Eclipse stuff was, and I would do the territory controls. If there was resource convoys or whatever events that was going on, like control points, I would just farm those, and that's how I got those pieces. And then when I first got the Vile Mask, I was like, oh man, I got pretty lucky to get this Vile Mask to put with my Eclipse build. Unfortunately, because I was using my stars on a lot of the exotic caches, I was also getting exotic caches from the projects that you can do. Unfortunately, 4 of those caches gave me a Vile Mask. So that was unfortunate, but I did get some other decent exotics as well. So the update on to continue the update on my PC character, just show you some of the exotics that I did get from those caches. Ended up getting the Bullet King, the Backfire, and the Merciless. Of course, you see I got a few decent named items, the LMGs, mechanical animals. So, and this is stuff I haven't even really gone through yet. And that's not a bad Banshee. And now this is what's kind of messed up in my opinion. Now I'm over 2,630 shade level on my Xbox character. I have never gotten a decent Dark Winter at all. I got these 2 Dark Winters within the first 2 days of me starting this character after Warlords of New York. And can you believe this? Complete God roll and 0.1% away from being a complete God roll. That's kind of ridiculous in my opinion to be I've never seen anything close to this on a Dark Winter on my main character on Xbox. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Some decent guns. Also, mask. You can see 2 more Vile masks. I deconstructed the 4th one. I got a Coyote's mask, and then I did not get an exotic chest. I did get an Imperial Dynasty holster. Some Sawyer's knee pads, the BTS shoe gloves, and the last exotic that I actually got was this bad boy. I was pretty excited to get this. I was definitely not expecting it, but it was one of the ones on top of my list that I really wanted to get. So super excited about that. And of course, I got a lot of other stuff that I got to go through. Like I said, I was just throwing stuff in my stash to go over later. If it was decent, I was just going to throw it in my stash and, you know, see what I could come up with later. And just so you know, for you new players out there, even if your watch level is not this high, check this out. I don't have any of my points on anything. So I have not put any of my points on anything. Well, apparently I've put one here. Okay. Which is a value of 0.2% weapon damage. So besides that one, I haven't put any points on anything. So I was doing all of this with basically a level 0 watch. And of course, the specializations, I have the first 3 already came maxed out because I boosted my character to Warlords of New York. So these 3 were already maxed out. Then I ended up maxing out the Technician, Gunner, and Firewall within this week. So that's pretty decent. So that was the build video and the PC character update. Hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I will be doing another build video with my Xbox character for the more advanced players later this week. Anyway, that's all I've got, my friends. As always, take it easy.